I work as a full-time electrician in a 9-story office building. Most of the floors in it are rented out. The 9th floor is occupied by the company that owns the building. There's also a basement floor, which is underground. It's mostly storage space. Today I got a call from the leasing manager asking me to go to the basement and install additional electronic outlets down there. The tenants, they say, are asking for it. No problem, if that's what's needed. I got into the elevator, pressed the button with the number -1, and began my descent into the basement. The elevator was spacious and clean, and on one of its walls hung a large mirror. As I was riding the elevator, I caught my reflection in the mirror, smirking maliciously. I turned my head. Nothing unusual. A normal face was reflected. It mirrored all my facial expressions, as it should. As soon as I turned my head away, I saw a smirk from the corner of my eye. It was unkind. Gave me the creeps. I turned my head sharply in the direction of the mirror a couple of times, but each time the reflection managed to synchronize with my face, showing my dazed eyes. Finally, the elevator stopped, and I noticed an oddity. There were 2 buttons glowing on the scoreboard. 1 and -1. The door slid open, and I got out of the stall a little confused. The elevator left at once. I'd already taken a few steps, but I stopped, as if I had come to the wrong floor. This floor was nothing like the basement. Instead, it copied our 9th floor almost exactly, except for a few details. On our 9th floor, we have a row of windows on the left side as you get out of the elevator. This one had a blank wall. Also, this copy of our office was old, dusty, and completely deserted. It was like no one had been here in years. A pair of dim light fixtures were burning on the ceiling. An appealing front desk was visible in the half-light. The corridor led down into darkness. Some of the doors were open, but a sepulchral silence enveloped the entire space. I knew all the floors of our building. We certainly didn't have this one. It looked like the 9th floor, but I went down, not up. Where the hell am I? Then I saw the bulletin board that was hanging by the reception desk. On it was a dusty black-framed photograph. Looking closely, I saw that the photo was of Arkady Simonovich, our deputy director. But why was the photo in a black frame? I saw him that day. He was alive and well. There was an oppressive, mystical atmosphere about the place that made me want to escape. What if I stay here forever and the elevator never comes? The thought came to my mind, and my heart raced with terror. I jumped back up to the old worn button and pushed it as hard as I could. It glowed dimly, and the elevator responded with the hum of an electrical motor. It seemed to take forever, but at last the elevator doors opened in front of me. I jumped in like I was in heat. The light in the stall literally blinded me after the darkness of the floor. It seemed as if the elevator had come straight from heaven to take me away. While my eyes were getting used to the light, the elevator brought me to the basement floor on its own and opened the door. I didn't even have to push the button. "Where did you disappear to?" asked the rental manager who was waiting for me. "I was in the elevator," I mumbled. "Through Tashkent?" he teased me. I shrugged, and he, seeing my confusion, just showed me where to fix the sockets and ran off on his own. I walked around all day, not knowing what had happened to me. I chalked it up as fatigue. I must have imagined it, I thought to myself, as I went to bed early that night. The next day, the whole floor was buzzing with terrible news. Last night, Arkady Simonovich had been killed in a car crash, and by the evening there was a picture of him in a mourning frame hanging on the notice board in our office. The chain of events completely threw me out of my normal rhythm. I went to work like a zombie. Questions kept reverberating in my mind. How could there be another floor between ground floor and the basement? The floor's slabs are a complete dozen centimeters thick. Why exactly was I there? Maybe it was a hallucination. But then how did I know in advance about the death of the deputy chief? I can't tell anybody. They'll think I'm an idiot. 2 weeks later, I was back on that ground floor. In the morning, the guard from the first floor called and asked to see the switch. He said that it sparked and did not work. So I got in the elevator, pressed the number 1 button. And again, I noticed the elusive smirk in the mirror. The elevator stopped again at floor 0. The doors opened, but I decided not to get out, and pressed all the buttons one by one. The elevator didn't move. It was like it wanted me to get out and see what was there. I took a step out into the corridor, holding the door with my hand. I really didn't want the elevator to go, keeping me in this place. This time, I saw an abandoned copy of the second floor. Everything was dusty, and the walls were shabby. In the semi-darkness of the corridor, I saw a stepladder. It was standing right in the middle of the corridor, about 10 meters away from me. There was a man lying face down on the floor next to it. He wasn't moving, and in the darkness I couldn't recognize him. The elevator started trying to close its doors, so I jumped into the stall. Strangely enough, it moved. It was as if I had done its bidding. After a short ride upward, it let me out on the first floor. I spent the rest of the day like I was in a dream, feeling like I was starting to fall out of reality. Maybe I need to make an appointment with a psychiatrist, I thought, coming home in the evening. All night long I had nightmares of some kind. The next morning, I got a call from the tenant on the second floor, asking me to fix the light fixtures in the hallway. According to them, it was blinking desperately. Taking a stepladder, I went to the second floor. I recently got a job as an electrician in a 9-story office building. The previous electrician had an accident. He was electrocuted while repairing a light fixture in the second floor hallway. I feel sorry for the guy. I like my job. I have my own little office, and the salary isn't bad. Everything is fine, except that I think the mirror in the elevator is kind of weird. The reflection in it smirks sometimes. Or maybe it's just me. Good evening, everyone. It's me, Dr. Plague. Thank you so much for joining us for tonight's show. If you think you might like a little more spooky in your life, then please feel free to click on one of the videos we have up here. Maybe look at one of the playlists if you're trying to get caught up. I know, there's so many videos on the channel. There's so many series that are going at the same time. Sometimes you just need a little refresher course, and I gotta say, I always enjoy the views. If you're not subscribed, feel free to hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit the bell so you don't miss anything. We upload a lot on this channel, so you won't want to miss a single story as they come out. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click on the Amazon link down there. There's quite a few books in my Amazon account. You can have a look, and if you'd like a signed copy, get up with me through email, and I'll be happy to work something out with you. Also, there's links to my Patreon, and you can become a member on the channel if you'd like your spooky a little bit early. Patrons and members on the $5 tier get their videos 12 hours early. That's in the morning, as opposed to in the evening. Patrons at the $10 level also get a signed copy of my book anytime I write one. Speaking of my patrons, you should see them appearing right now. Just wanted to take a minute to say how much I appreciate all of you. Patrons, subscribers, however you give to the channel. I really appreciate everything you do, and it truly touches me that you have chosen to support the channel in this way. Well, that's enough for now. Till next time, Dr. Plague, signing off. Have a wonderful evening.